Welcome to day 22 of 30 days of embodiment practices. The prompt for today is guilt, feeling guilty. I invite you today to lovingly and tenderly connect with any part of you that is feeling guilty. Feelings of guilt can come from so many different places, some obvious, some not so obvious. Perhaps there is something that you did or said, whether or not it was on purpose or not, that you're feeling guilty about. Perhaps there could be inaction. You could feel guilty about not doing something, about not saying something, about looking back and wishing that you did things differently and feeling guilty about that. You could be feeling guilty for privileges that you have, things you have access to, resources, family, love, connection that you know other people don't. There could also be guilt for achieving something, for succeeding, for feeling like guilty, like maybe you're surpassing other people around you that you care about, or you're getting more than other people have, or that your family has ever had. You could be feeling guilt toward surviving something, knowing that other people may not have survived something that you were a part of, or even not experiencing something as traumatic or as big as someone else experienced around you. There's so many things. Parents' guilt, or even a caretaker's guilt, or even just anybody that has a responsibility for anything, feeling like you're not able to do enough, give enough, offer enough, be enough to someone that you care about, and feeling guilty about that. There are so many things connected to the possibilities of your guilt and where you might be feeling guilty. And it's important that we start slow and we start tender with compassion and empathy toward ourselves on this topic. So I invite you to start this practice by tuning into the body and noticing what your internal weather is right now. Scanning through the whole body and just taking notice of its internal experience. And I like to remind the body that I'm here as an empathetic, loving witness to hold space for expression, to hold space for feelings, to hold space for discomfort, resistance, anything that wants to come up on this topic. I like to let my heart know that it is being listened to and that it is safe to feel. And that I commit to the practice of not being the judge, the critic, the analyzer, the problem solver, the fixer. I commit to the practice of being the unconditional lover to myself and this part of me. And you can invite the prompt in of guilt. Perhaps it's very obvious and clear of something that comes to your mind that you are feeling guilty about, that you have feelings of guilt toward. And even if it's not so obvious, you can start bringing to mind any of the things that I spoke about at the beginning, and really looking to get specific on a circumstance. Seeing if you can draw in details around this topic as much as is available, and where you have consent to go right now. And as you bring this to mind, notice what parts of the body start to activate, start to have sensations and experiences. Maybe there's a tightness in your heart, your chest. Maybe there's a hollowness in your stomach, a gripping in your jaw. And pick one body part that's starting to activate on this topic of your guilt and see if you can describe the sensations of now the body part. What's the experience in the body? No longer describing the circumstance around the guilty feelings, but now connecting to the body and its experience. How it feels inside this part of your body. And as the music begins, I invite you, your sensations, your feelings around your guilt, and the song, and the way the song moves you to join together and invite any sort of expression, whether that's through breath, sound, movement, that this part of your body has. If this part of your body were to move you, how would it want to move? And see how much capacity you have to take up space with the feelings connected to your guilt. And from there, you follow the flow, you follow your intuition, you follow your body's knowing. Let's get started.
And I could be wrong about anybody else, so don't kid yourself, kid yourself. It's you right there in the mirror. You don't wanna hurt yourself, hurt yourself. Looking too close. Too close.
invite you to take your time coming out of the expression, bringing your awareness back into your body's internal experience, noticing what you perceive inside the experience of your body. And noticing what has changed between when you first started this practice and now. When you're ready to move on, I invite you to inquire into your body, into perhaps a particular part of your body that is the most activated right now, that is drawing in your attention to the most. Ask this part of your body, what do I need to know about you? What wisdom do you have to share with me? What data do I need to know? And you simply get to listen. You can stay listening as long as you need. When you're ready to close out your practice, I invite you to find an authentic piece of gratitude for your body, perhaps even for your emotions around guilt. It's important that we create data, more data, of honoring the body, of giving it thanks, of letting it know that we are in partnership, we are in relationship together. You are doing that just by showing up here today, by putting time, by prioritizing you and your feelings, trusting how intertwined your emotions are to your entire well-being. Let your body know how much you acknowledge and you see what it's doing for you. I am so grateful that you showed up here today to do this practice with me. I am so grateful that you spent some time with your guilt. Perhaps there needs more, and you can come back to this practice as much as you need to continue to learn, to continue to express, continue to explore what your body has to express and explore on this topic. I appreciate you, and I'm sending you lots of tender loving. I'll see you tomorrow.